Hello and welcome. This is Phoenix. I'm going to be teaching everything you know about building rafts, being able to use them PvP and little game mechanics with them. So let's go. First off, I start off with a foundation in the corner, try to make sure that it's not exposed. As you can see here, pretty standard. Most people know about this technique. There's also another technique that you can use in order to do it faster if you want to make the raft exposed in the bottom. However, well, more like on the top. Let me speed up a little bit here. Alright, I get to the spot that I want to be. This is how I normally set up rafts as well. Just want to make sure that the raft is completely covered in foundation and that I can still access the raft at least a certain point as I build the raft. And I'll show you different setups for it, because usually the setup for actually building the box is the harder part. As you can see, I can access that. There's also, you can set it up like this, where you just have a hole in the middle, and you can fully encase it with a trapdoor. Pretty much, it's pretty standard. And these are just ways that you can set up the boat. This is kind of a normally quicker way if you want to set it up. There is another video on how to set up more quickly, which is the fence foundation. You can set up like that. But this is typically how I like to set up my boats right here. I build like a 1x2 box, and then of course I make the box too high so I can have a generator inside. And it depends on what you want to do in order to save structural limit. Maybe increase the cap on it. Some people like to be creative with upwards behemoth trapdoors, and you can put currently, at least, you can put auto turrets on those. However, I'm not sure about in the future. It's probably not game intended, and I'm assuming turrets will fall off of it later, so I don't want to put anything on top of them for right now. I just like to do catwalks so I can have a standard build that I normally use. If the corners are exposed, you can actually put thatch ceilings to place down foundations on them, as shown right here. And it's also kind of a neat game mechanic, because you can also extend them further out after that. As you can see, I actually block off both sides of this. Of course, this isn't practical, because you'd have to actually demolish a foundation on here to be able to access the raft. But it just shows you how you can use extra foundations on the raft. If you use thatch ceilings, you can extend them out. There's also some other things in the future I'm going to show you on this video when it comes to using foundations. Basically, there's like floating foundations that are snapped to the regular foundation level. You can see one of the boxes I built. This is just pretty standard, try and cover up the boat that had exposure on it. So this is if you're building a quick boat right here. You just want to get built really fast. You build this design, then you go like this. This can save you some structures. And I'm going to be able to put some plant species on here. You can see the middle right there, as I was mentioning before, for the generator. Of course, you want to put the outlet in the middle, and you don't want the generator exposed at all. It can be barreled right through that ceiling if it's poking out through the ceiling. Some people can also do it, you can do one tall and you can put a crop plot on top, but if the crop plot is destroyed, you can get the generator destroyed pretty easily. And as you can see, I'm placing out catwalks here. Does this thing look beautiful? Looks beautiful to me. Alright, that's a boat. Now I have some underwater turrets as well that I didn't show, but this is just to show how much left you have of a structural limit, or if you want to put storage inside, you can also do this design too right here. But this is to show that it has roughly, let's see, I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I believe on that side, or 6, and so that's 5 on this side. So we got 11 structures remaining that you can place on it. There's a total of 88 structures you can place on any boat. Take another peek at this. We're going to look at this while the turrets are powered on. We got the plants growing here shortly. And there we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You see the pillars in the bottom, so no one can try and use a rocket turret from underneath with like a Plezzy or a Moza. Absolutely beautiful. Those plants also save you a long lifetime of things. So this is some extra game mechanics I was showing you before with floating foundations. Now, of course, this is how you do it right here. You just use a pillar and a ceiling, and once you get to the bottom of a pillar, any pillar on the raft, it'll actually allow you to snap a foundation right to it, no matter where the bottom of that happens to be, as long as it's not too far away from the boat. And you can use that to make that previous raft design. Now, it's a creative use of game mechanics. Of course, comment in the description below if you think that maybe it's exploiting or maybe it shouldn't be in the game. I'm not sure. That's up to the developers. All I know is that you can do this. Float on their little raft right here again. See, it's floating along with me. Everything else on there is. You can put auto turrets on those if you want to. Like I said, I'm not really sure if it's kind of exploiting or anything. I just know it's a game mechanic. Like I said, comment in the description below if you think that it might be exploiting or whatever, or maybe you think it should stay in the game. Maybe you should think it should be a part of the game. I'd love to know. Also, we have another game mechanic right here. A lot of people probably don't know about. Is when you go into Raft, like let's say you're just parking a raft, for example, into your glacier, your island, whatever you have. Actually, auto turrets that are inside of the map, like this one. So this one's in the glacier. They'll actually shoot right through the terrain. As you can see, I spawned inside the terrain. I spawned a turtle. So that would be a great counter if you have people who are map glitchers. Is a way to do that is to counter them with a boat like that. Or you can take, they can even shoot upwards as a turtle right there. However, boats are really susceptible to be able to be killed by poison wyverns. As you can see right here, the fully encased boat they came and ride right there, I just destroy it with a poison wyvern. Very easy to do that with, very easy to destroy them with. As well as the giant squid right here. You can stick C4 to the end of its tentacles. Its tentacles can go right up through there, and anything that's exposed outside will pretty much die. Those plant species stood no chance. Of course, this is like a level 5,000 squid that I spawned in single player, but you know, same thing. And you can see that they have lots of health too, so squids are a pretty good counter. This is another type of boat design right here. A lot of the time, whenever you're doing boats or rafts, you want to make sure that you have a storage space. So this is a really nice storage boat. You have lots of large storage boxes in the middle, and then you have vaults on the outside. Those ones are basically like vault ramps that you can actually access and stand on top of in order to use, so you can get inside. I like design. You can actually add more vaults if you want to. You could use the floating foundation trick to put those down there. However, I just did it the normal way. It takes up some of the structure limit, so you don't have as many auto turrets, but normally you just have other support boats to support that, and then you get your loot inside there, or you're getting out your normal stuff. As well as this tactic right here. It's funny, this one's called the Dick Boat, or the Penetrator Boat. And a lot of people know about this one. Basically, you just take a raft design, you make it so it'll stick into a structure as you go up through it. And once I get finished here, you'll see. Alright. So this is what it should usually look like. It really doesn't matter if the raft is exposed normally on these builds, because the raft is sacrificial at this point. You just put the C4 at the very end. Like so. I'm going to put about 10 here. I'm going to skip that because I don't need to show putting 10 C4 in. It's a pain in the butt. Go right up to someone's base that's on the side of the water, and boom! Look at that. Look at that nice hole. Oh, man. That base is fucked. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll have definitely more content coming up soon. Stay tuned.